Hello and welcome back to Bampla. So after almost 2 years of having to figure out alternative methods of education, we were finally able to take our children back to school. I, as a parent, truly missed physical learning, and I'm so pleased that the children are back. So today on the show, we would like to share with you our experiences in the back to school week. So yes, ladies, besides all the excitement, what have your experiences been? What have your feelings been as you were taking your children back to school?
Whew. First, I was excited just after the presidential address, and then he confirmed that they are actually going back to school regardless of the Omicron. I was like, yay, because people were
speculating.
Yeah, they were speculating, were a bit skeptical, were thinking, is he accepting this? It looks the cases are becoming many, but after the confirmation, the excitement. I've never been this involved with my kids going back to school. So first, my two sons were the ones in school. So Maki is the one joining officially, like we're doing, we're just tutoring him. I think he was the most excited, my third last. So he entered middle class because we've been doing baby, the beginner class during this whole lockdown period. And he's super excited. For Dean, uniforms couldn't fit anymore. He's grown so much taller. Fatan, Maki, of course, now Maki, the two are okay. The uniforms are there, but for Dean, I had to go and buy uniforms. We were fighting for those uniforms, but I was happy to go and fight for uniforms. Yes.
So many parents.
So many parents, and it was last minute. Because we were starting Monday. What we had to do it between, I think, Wednesday and Saturday. So I went on Friday. We were literally fighting for uniforms. I had to buy new sweaters. I was just filling in on what wasn't available. But it was very exciting. And when they started, first week has been great because it started on Monday. And you know, this whole waking up, no issues because we were already used. We were doing the routine while they were in the lockdown. So they were excited. They had new bags. You know what excites kids about school? New things. I have a new bag. I have new shoes. So they were pretty excited. We're good.
Excited. I mean, the relief is palpable. You can feel it.
You can feel it.
You know, I mean, not even the lack of school fees is deterring parents, because I know that school fees has been like an issue. Guys are like, man, I didn't know having 5 children. There's been so many memes and
I know, right?
funny things about, you know, children coming with their own blessings.
Where are the blessings now?
They can't see them no more.
You know, having to find school fees, requirements, and all of that for your whole brood, and you know, because kids have to go back to school. But like, guys are like, it's okay.
It's okay.
Kids are going
we just need them to go back to school.
And I mean, I celebrate genuinely with every parent out there who has had to take their child back to school.
It's for me, that's exactly the exact same feeling. Like, I didn't know, we don't care where we're getting school fees from.
We didn't care.
The children just needed to go back to school. So I had already decided when Teja was younger, the school I took him to I already known that I want him to have a certain kind of education for the first 5 years, and then I would change him for that later 2 years, because I knew what I needed him to shape in his character, and holistic kind of education was really crucial for the initial years. So now when this came, I was in a bit of a mix, because now I was wondering, so what school do I take him? Where do we go? And so many things. So because he's been doing online classes, I had decided, so everybody has lost a year, right? Most of us have lost a year. And so much as some people have fathered their children, I decided that no, let's go through the natural course of things. So he was supposed to be going to P7, all factors constant. But I figured, you know, we've all lost a year. No biggie, let him settle back for P6. So I decided to change his school to a school I felt was comfortable for him. So when we went, we did an assessment, a self-assessment exercise, and the head teacher said, no, this child is good. Let him go to primary 7. That's where he should be. So now panic started. So we have our candidate, our Bump Lab candidate.
Well done.
So that I was caught up by, oh my goodness,
Well, like,
too many things to do.
Yeah.
I realized P7 is such a hard year. And because they've lost so much, I decided to put him into boarding school.
Oh.
So he's 12 and it's the right time.
Yeah.
Parents have been asking me, why, how are you doing? How are you coping? How is
How
he
are you
out? So many
feeling?
questions. And I'm kawa.
You're good.
I'm good. But mostly because the child is back in school.
In
Like
school,
he's
yes.
exactly where I want
he-
him to be.
Yeah.
I didn't care whether what or what.
Yes.
Homeschooling had jammed.
It had
For
it was
us,
tough.
online class was just Oktu semicolon.
Yeah.
Not the boy was getting nothing. He was just falling behind. He was there. I would see him on the chat, private chatting with his other friends.
Can
Nothing
you
to do
imagine?
with school.
Yeah.
So for me, this was like really a blessing. It was like a pot of gold they've given us. Choka, we're entitled to this education. But I'm just so thankful for everything. I understand the pinching, the pockets, but nah, all I even nafe. Abakola enjawulo ku school fees. Kulononga we even have to top up. School fees became school fees. School fees requirements became requirements, and all the schools somehow there were increments on everything.
On pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think overcompensating for the losses that they made. Naye, did we quarrel?
Did we?
Quarreling, we are paying.
We
are not. We are fighting for shoes, fighting for bad men. After I was going to realize that January has 90 days. We don't have any
don't
money
have
left,
more
but
money.
it's okay.
Kids
well.
are back
We'll
in
go to school.
Yeah.
So me,
I
I'm
wanted
just
to
happy.
piggyback on something that you said, that people were asking you, are you okay?
Yeah.
And we sort of had a mini discussion on that, like it being the right time for your child to be back in school. And maybe before you share, somebody called me, must have been last week actually, a fan from Kigali. I looked at the number, I'm like, who is calling me from Rwanda?
Okay.
And she's like, Rachel, I wanted to talk to you. My 12-year-old is going back to school and I'm a mess.
Wow.
I mean, because parents
I
are
know.
taking back their kids to school, and for some parents we struggle with like a separation anxiety.
Yes.
What would you say to to a mom?
Okay, so mums, we have ties to all our children.
For sure.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I remember Angie said this on a show once, and she said, motherhood is a slow heartbreak waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, we raise our children to leave us.
True.
And the better job that you do, the earlier they will let go.
Yes.
A child who clings,
Yes.
a parent who clings, the cord has to be cut.
Yes.
If not today, tomorrow. If you don't
Yeah.
cut it now, you're disadvantaging that child and subsequently the society tomorrow.
Yes.
So for me, I knew it was the right time. I was telling Rachel earlier that it's kind of taking your kid to boarding school is kind of like it depends on the time that you do it and when if the child is ready.
Yeah.
If you start potty training your child at 2 months, you're going to suffer.
For sure.
And you're going to have a hard time. You're going to cry. All of you are going to be distressed and achieve no results.
Because it's not the time.
It's not the right
time.
time.
Yeah.
But if you do it at the right time, let's say after 1 year, after the 1 year mark, 1.5 months, 2 years, it will come so seamlessly like that. And then you know it is the right time.
Yes.
And for me, my 12-year-old going to boarding school
was the right time. Yeah.
And mostly because I've raised him for this.
Yeah.
I have raised us for this. We are prepared ourselves because you cannot raise your children in this moment of today. Yes, they encourage you live in the moment and enjoy that time life is giving you with your children. But you've also got to be foresighted.
Exactly.
And know that there's going to be a point when this child needs to let go, and you should
totally
make
agree.
that process
Yeah.
easy for them.
Yeah.
So don't worry. And as a parent, you've decided to take your child to a certain school. Don't take your children to military boot camps. Where they don't give them food, where they beat them all the time, where they're spanking them for nothing.
Of course you'll be
where
miserable.
they are, don't take them to miserable school. Take them to a school where you know that you're okay.
Emotionally,
It
you're
will
safe.
help your peace of mind. So the school also matters. Take your kid to a school that you know will welcome your child's personality and their ambitions and their goals and align with yours as well. So that when you leave them, you can go without picking up the phone to call the head teacher
every other day.
You've taken the class teacher's number. No, be at peace. Choose peace.
Exactly.
So personally, to take Teja, it was the right time. He's gone. I've gone. I've been asking other parents. They tell me their children are calling them. Some of them. The head teacher told me. The head teacher called me and told me, Pumla, you're the only parent who hasn't yet called me to ask about your child. And I said, it's intentional. Do you have anything to report to me? No, he's okay. He's fine.
Where
So
should I be
where are we
calling?
talking? Why are we talking?
Exactly.
Why are we having this conversation? So yeah, everything in the
Yeah.
right time.
Yeah.
If you feel boarding is not for your child, that's a different conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let go.
Yeah.
These children,
Eventually.
allow them to spread their wings
And fly. They should fly.
Don't hold
Fly.
them back
And fly.
by emotion.
Yeah, I mean, I was okay, not worried. I mean, I knew Pumla was fine. It's just that I wanted to hear it because we spoke 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was it 2 weeks ago? I mean, a couple of weeks back, and you were in the middle of shopping
Yes.
and
Yes.
the whole
yes.
mad dash back to school. And I was asking you, how are you feeling? And you're like, we'll see on Saturday when you were
Yeah.
taking him back to school. But yeah, I think we all, as parents, yes, live in the moment, but think long term as well. As you parent, think
Yeah.
about the time when your child will
Yeah.
live and prepare emotionally for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just back to the discussion on school. Obviously, I cannot relate because Micah has been doing homeschool.
Okay.
At my parents' house. It's just that now, it's like now parents are on the road, which means more traffic jam. And
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
like I was enjoying that.
That also.
The free roads, and now I feel like we have to wake up a little earlier and go back to, back to the whole mad dash, that traffic.
Crazy.
It's insane. But that said, I am excited for you teachers. May the Lord provide school fees, or teachers and parents. Yeah, may the Lord provide your school fees. Yeah, and I think also one of the other things is that there was a bit of skepticism about should we pay full school fees?
Exactly.
Should we pay half, just in case they lock us down again? But I think from the looks of things, that's probably not going to happen.
Be happening.
So doesn't Micah have friends around the area who maybe are going to school, are leaving for school
in the morning?
So they're not there in the day. Maybe
they are
kids
not
will
there
be
in the
what-
day. Yes.
Yeah,
So
so
that-
doesn't he ask about that? Doesn't he also want to go to school because his friends are leaving the home? Or you're comfortable with the whole homeschool?
I'm very comfortable because I live home. Yes, it's a home school, but he leaves his home and goes to my parents' house.
Okay.
So it is really like going to school.
So
It's just in a home environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, he still has the whole school experience. They are friends. They do like breaks, sit down with their containers and eat. Because I've been there when like a school day is running.
Yeah.
So he has the school experience. It's just not regular school. It's in a home. It's in a home environment.
So yes, I could feel the energy, the air up in here. And we would just want you to share with us as well. What have your experiences been like taking your children to school? Believe me, our happiness aligns with yours.
With yours.
But we would like to hear from you. What have been the setbacks you've had?
Yes.
But what the positives have been about it? As a parent, taking your children back to school after 2 years of uncertainty. Please share with us in the comment section. And there you have it. Those were our experiences.
Yep.
We would like to listen to you.